Hello and welcome to Body Positive. I'm Juliet and today's session is going to be focusing on peace. So get yourself comfortable. I'm standing, but I recommend that you sit in a chair or sit on the floor and get yourself comfortable. We're going to start by taking a few deep breaths in. Try and breathe deep into your core, and as you breathe in, try and breathe in peace and let go anything that is not of peace. So let's do that 3 times. We're going to start with meditation, and you might find it helpful to close your eyes as you try and keep that breathing at a relaxed pace. Think of a time when you were at peace. Were you in a specific place? Were you with a special friend or somebody you love? Were you on your own? Was it a specific time in your life when you just felt everything was at peace? Just imagine yourself in that time now, in that place now, with that person now. We were created to live in a place of peace, always in a time of peace, with people of peace. In fact, the word shalom, which is an ancient Hebraic word, embodies the wholeness and the fullness of peace, which is not just about our internal peace and absence from conflict, but peace in all things. Peace on earth, peace in our finances, everything we need, peace in our bodies, peace in our minds, peace in our souls, peace in our spirits, a fullness of peace. And this sort of peace was attributed to a kingdom of peace, a heavenly spiritual kingdom of peace that was like paradise. And the ancient Hebraic people believed that you could achieve and live in that peace as a people of peace, day to day on earth. This place, this kingdom of peace, was a place where there would be no pain, no tears, no condemnation or conflict. And this kingdom of peace is ruled by a Prince of Peace. And this Prince of Peace is able to bring healing and forgiveness and hope and life into our lives today. So let's just meditate for a while on this kingdom of peace, this place where all our needs are met, where our bodies are healed and whole, where our relationships are loving and giving and mutual, and where we are assured of our citizenship of this heavenly kingdom of peace. Let's hold on to that sense as we take 3 more deep breaths before we move on to mindfulness. Peace flows from this kingdom of peace, and so now we're going to try and step into the flow of peace First of all, we're going to focus on our heads, our minds, and if it's easier for you to focus by placing your hand on your head, please continue to do so. So we bring to mind all those scattered thoughts, all those responsibilities, all those obligations, those tensions, all that knowledge. And we breathe in the breath that the Prince of Peace breathes into those situations, those thoughts, that dis-ease and unease. That peace flows through our minds like a river taking away all the crud and dirt, washing it away and replacing it with a flow of peace. When peace enters our minds and our thoughts, it's not that all thoughts go away, but we can find solutions and resolutions. The most important thoughts, the thoughts that are needed, pop into our head more readily from a place of peace. And maybe you want to place your hands on your heart. Maybe there are emotions where you're not at peace. Anger, frustration, loneliness, despair. Where those emotions are hot and tender, let the flow of the breath of the Prince of Peace cool them like a soothing balm. Where the emotions of past hurts and current hurts, of disappointment and disillusionment, have left your heart feeling cold and your emotions feeling cold. Imagine the flow of the breath of the Prince of Peace warming them, melting them, bringing healing and hope and possibility. And we move on to our bodies. Maybe there are places in our bodies that have always been painful, or where there's extra pain or new pain. When we're not at peace, those pains can be exaggerated and amplified. So bring to mind now those places of pain and imagine the Prince of Peace breathing his breath of peace and healing, removing a level of the pain, maybe a little, maybe completely. If it's muscular, allowing that breath of the Prince of Peace to release the muscles and reconnect them. If it's skeletal, allowing the breath of the Prince of Peace to bring strength and structure. If it's in the blood flow, if there's impurities, allowing the breath of the Prince of Peace to bring life and oxygen and cleanliness to the blood flow. Peace is something that doesn't just happen. It's something that we pursue, that we take hold of and we hold on to. Not as a burden, but as something that we prize and treasure. So in our movement section, and please only move as far as you are able, although these movements are gentle. In our movement section, we're going to move and step intentionally into the kingdom of peace. So our first movement is going to help us connect, sort of grab around and connect to the creator of this kingdom of peace. This creator who holds all things in his hands. This creator who's powerful and all-knowing and everywhere. He knows every situation and is able to recreate and restore because he cares about all that he's created, and he wishes us to live in this kingdom of peace. So let's ask for this kingdom of peace to come and to rule in us. Let's ask for his kingdom to step into whatever situation it is that we feel we're not at peace in. May this kingdom of peace rule in our minds, our bodies, and our souls. Let's not worry about tomorrow's needs, but let's think about today and be present about today. What is it that you need for today? Is it an idea, creativity? Is it a resource? Is it help just to get through the day? Well, this kingdom of peace is available to us if we ask, and will resource the good things in our lives. So let's ask for what we need from the kingdom of peace and the Prince of Peace, and receive it in our core. Maybe we've been beating ourselves up over a situation and that's been causing us to lose our peace. We may not be able to resolve the situation straight away, but we can ask and let go of it and share it with the Prince of Peace. You might want to share that out loud now as you move, letting it go. And as you let it go and hand it over to the Prince of Peace, receive the peace that he gives. Maybe it's not yourself you're beating up, maybe it's somebody else, maybe somebody's angered you or made you cross and you're holding a grudge. You don't necessarily need to forget that particular slight against you, that hurt against you, if it's going to put you in more danger. But you can release yourself from the pain of it by choosing to forgive and let it go. Choosing to let it run its own course without you partnering with it. Maybe you're having difficulty making a decision which is affecting your peace and you're not sure which way to go. Ask the Prince of Peace to keep you from the wrong path. Ask him to guide your steps in peace. Ask the Prince of Peace to protect you. And finally, to pursue a life of peace. Let's ask the kingdom of peace to rule in power and beauty and truth, always. Well, I hope that has brought you some peace today and that you feel a little more at peace. By all means, return to this teaching session as often as you need to, and may you have a day filled with peace. Thank you and see you again soon.